Mic is muted.
Not anymore. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
And we are back.
We are live. Come on in. Come on in.
Back again.
Join us. Thank you.
Take it back now, y'all.
Welcome back. Get on board. Put your luggage away. Put your stuff away. Grab a drink. Grab something to eat. Kick back. Join us for another voyage with At the Helm with Kelli and Wayne.
We are at the helm with Kelli and Wayne. I am Kelli.
And I am Wayne. At the helm, where we are the drivers of our ship, where we are in control. We are the ones that are navigating our destiny, our journey. And just as sometimes when they navigate, things come and weather and storms and things that change your plans, change your directions, change what you want to do. But ultimately, you have the say-so of how you're going to maneuver through those situations.
Yep, life is 1% of what happens to you, 99% of how you respond to it.
Yeah. So you may have to just, go somewhere and circle around for a little while until the heat goes or the storm goes away, and then make your way back in.
Relax.
Or you may decide, you know what?
The rough seas subside.
On this storm, I'm going to lean in and I'm going straight through it. But you have that. It's your choice. You have the ability to do what you want to do in this situation.
Well, thank you for grounding us in what this podcast started out to be. What are we, 2, 3, 4, 5 years? I don't know how long we've been in.
I don't know. Yeah, that's why
we really started it 2020, I think, during COVID. We took a break and then we came back. So yeah, thank you for grounding us in what this is. We wanted this to be a space where we would come and talk about what we know about. We know about marriage. We've been married for 33 years, and we know about we know a little bit about raising children. I mean, I don't know if you want to take it.
Yeah.
Hey,
so
we kept them alive.
We didn't say we were good at it. We said we know something about it.
We know something about it. I mean, we can tell you what worked, what didn't work, and we can lean into however you feel about it. Because hey, we don't judge.
That's right.
Children turn out how they're going to turn out. Sometimes in spite of you, and sometimes because of you. So I don't know. But yeah, we can talk a little bit about religion. Wayne has pastored a church for more than 15 years, almost 15 years. Good job. Yeah, so if anybody wants to talk to me about what that looks like.
Again, when you say we knew how to do it, we just know something about it.
We know how to do it.
We do know how to do it.
We're good at it.
Yeah, I will say that. That's one thing I'm proud of everything we do, but I'm really super proud of our growth, our journey, our learning, our adaptation, how we've adapted. I mean, I'm just super proud of that. And so that is definitely, you know how when you sometimes when you go on interviews or you're somewhere and someone says, what is one thing that you're proud of? I always think of that. And I don't know if that would be my answer if I was in an interview, because people may not care about that side, but that's always in the forefront.
We don't talk much about that. We don't talk much about religion. And I think we maybe should probably do more. We'll start doing more of that, because what we are seeing is the harm that a lot of Christian religious leaders are doing to people. And if you are silent in the harming of others, you're complicit.
Yes.
And now there are some people that are going to make their own decisions to be in those spaces. And I will say a lot of these Black mega churches who lean into white Christian nationalism and oppression. Yeah, I don't rock with them, and I don't mind saying that. But yeah, of course, you think everything you do is the right way to do it. But I do think following the 2 commandments, love God, love your neighbor. I think that's simple. And so, I believe that is definitely one of the things that we do right. If there is a right and a wrong, there's a right and a wrong. Oh, maybe I digress. I done mixed in Q Sweat with a little bit of church.
But when you think about it, there is a right and a wrong way to love somebody when it comes to God.
Q Sweat said it.
You know, whether you still can take that and on that note, and so we kind of talked this last week about kind of how we're going to move forward with the podcast, what we're going to do. And we kind of wanted to get to those segments and get a little more structure, if you want to say, a little more of agenda type, to where we do have more specified conversations about relationships and church, and just different things. And so when you brought that up, of course, in Bible study, we have been the last month or so, we looked at what we call salvation, a practice or principle. So we looked at Romans 10, where it says, if you confess and believe, you shall be saved. Paraphrasing that, Romans 10 and 9. But that's the principle of salvation. And then Romans 12, where it says, I beseech you, therefore, to present your body as a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable, that's our reasonable service. That is the practice of salvation. So we kind of got deep in the practice and the principle, and they're two different things. And the practice does not deny the principle, and we see that in this Christian, just nationalist, this religious nationalist movement, that they are really turning everything into, if we believe we're saved by faith, then you don't demonize people and tell them they're not saved and God hates them because you don't like the way they act, because God never said that. But on that note, when you mentioned those two scriptures, our foundation scriptures that we use with that were those two scriptures where Jesus said, on these 2 commandments hang all the law and all the prophets. And when we think about that, when we think about what he said, these 2 commandments, love God, love your neighbors yourself. Mm-hmm. He said those 2 foundational commandments are the foundation and are the teachings of every other scripture, prophet, and everything that goes through the Bible. The law, everything has to go through that. So if we look through that lens of love, we look through that lens of caring, compassion, then no matter where we find ourselves throughout scripture, if we get confused, if we get frustrated, if we don't understand, if we feel like quitting, whatever that happens, if we go back to and say, okay, how does this impact, or how does this teach me, or how does this show me how I love God, or how I love God? How do I see this text? And then how do I see me loving my neighbor through this text? And so even if the words love and God and neighbor are even not in the text, the foundation of that love has to be part of that. And just like you said, they have weaponized and taken this religious nationalist movement and have decided they want to weed people in and out of who has access to God's kingdom and who has access to this thing we call salvation.
So yeah, we'll be talking about more of that. And I think we're going to be on the government calendar where new things will roll out July 1. We get the new money
I
July
like it.
1.
I like it. Our New Year budget.
Yeah, so if you're here, and we are, grateful to the faithful few, the following that we do have that continue to show up on a consistent basis. Let us know every week. Let us know.
That's not gonna stop.
What it is. Like I don't know why. Like why can't you just mute your computer before you pull it up?
Because you can't. Because I make the screen big.
But there's a thing there where you can mute your whole computer. You don't have that.
This is not time to try to teach me.
All right, so this is what we see to see how the sausage is made. But yeah.
And so someone has joined us in the chat who I may be looking forward to advice, mentorship, all the things, media, all the things making us look good, sound good, all of those things. So, Mr. Preston.
Eric said he's too ADD. Is that awesome, driven, dedicated? Is that what that is?
And is that you're too ADD to follow what I was saying or to follow what we're doing, or you already done left because you're too ADD? Yeah, I don't know.
Y'all coming in.
Yeah, but
I can't see like who's here. I don't have my phone tonight. So
oh, you gotta have one. But yeah, so before I interrupted with the sound, what were you saying?
Just that, just asking the people who
followers.
Yes. What is it that you want to hear more of?
Yeah.
Or what is it that you want to pick our brains about? And we've already told you we know a whole lot. Oh, maybe we know a little bit about a whole lot.
Yeah. Yes.
But we do know where to find the answers. So let us know.
And also remember,
in our wheelhouse of family, especially in this environment of being an interracial couple, what that looks like. What does that look like?
Yeah.
What does it look like for me? And what does it look like for Wayne? Because it's real out here.
It is.
It's really real out here.
Everywhere. It's real.
So yeah, maybe you want to know more about that. If you are in an interracial relationship or you thinking about entering an interracial relationship, please talk to us.
Yes. Yes.
Please see us.
Or if you got a problem with one.
Yeah, and definitely if you got a problem.
You got a problem with one.
And we said it a little bit different. Yeah. Come see us.
Come see us. Yeah, if you got a problem with
please see us.
Yes.
Tread lightly.
But again, those faithful few that continue to join us, remember you will be not forgotten. We will remember you when the people come with the money.
We know who you are.
To buy this platform. It's coming. I mean, any day.
Keep speaking it. We're gonna keep speaking it.
I mean, people call me every day wanting to buy something I own. And it's just gonna be a day where they're gonna say, hey, I'm interested in
instead of that house that you still are living in, the one you're living in right now, currently.
Yes.
Instead of, do you want to sell that house you currently live in? The question gonna be, you want to sell that podcast?
What's it? I'm gonna give them the same number. I'm gonna give them the same number I give them for this house. They'll probably hang up.
All right, so let's dive right in. It's been a I don't know, a busy couple of weeks because this administration gonna keep us busy. All right. Yes. But outside of that, there's been a couple high profile things that have happened in a few places that have captured the attention. One is young Cyrus, who was shot in the back by a convenience store owner because maybe he thought he stole a bottle of water. He was 14 years old. And, regardless of what you think about what he was getting ready to do or what he might have done, we don't ever talk about vigilante justice until somebody maybe on the other side is doing it. There's no reason for a 14-year-old to be shot in the back because somebody thought he was stealing a bottle of water. Okay. And there's no reason for a prosecutor to go for first-degree murder when he knew that, and that was the only thing, when he knew that the jury probably would not be able to convict on that and then did not give them a lesser charge. So that's one. The one this week with Carmelo Anthony, the name is familiar, probably because people may know the basketball player. But Carmelo Anthony was a young boy, a high school student who made a decision to protect himself, and someone ended up dead. Another teenager is now dead. And Carmelo has been sentenced to 35 years for murder. And what I am tired of, and what I just get tired of hearing is, if that would have been a white person that killed, we know this, right? And for these people, especially Black people, who say, let's don't make this about race. It's too late, right? You cannot live in a place whose foundation is racism and think that not everything is about race. When you start from day one before this country was a country, when people decided that they were going to bring people here, rape them, make them work like from sun up to sundown, treat them like cattle, chop off limbs, and treat them as anything but humane
property
because they were Black, and only do that to Black people, which white people decided that they would be Black so they could be white, so they could continue to enslave them. You cannot get away from that. And that's before we talk about Jim Crow, before we talk about the Civil War, before we talk about redlining, before we talk about Black laws, before we talk about any of that. So Black people, yeah, this is about race. And so either you are naive in thinking that, or you love your proximity to whiteness so much that you continue to say these things in the hopes that they will continue to see you as what they could not see these children as. Someone who is also a person, someone who has a future. So I don't get caught up in if it were the other way around, because I already know. First of all, already know. Second of all, they continue to show us. Even in Texas, where this Carmelo Anthony case took place, there was a police officer who busted into Botham Jean's home and shot and killed him.
The wrong house.
It was his house. He was in the right house.
No, he was, yeah.
He was in the right house.
Yeah.
And so, and that's the other thing that we're going to talk about too, where white people feel like they have the position to tell Black people where they should and should not be, whether it's in their home or under a tent at a high school event. It does not stop. But yes, this is a police officer who has been trained to protect and serve, who busted into somebody's house, shot and killed them, and she got 10 years
and a hood,
and her hair fondled with from the bailiff, and a hug from the judge. So yeah, I don't get caught up in if it were the other way around, because I already know. We can talk about Tamir Rice, another child. We can talk about Trayvon Martin, another child who is no longer here. But we continue to see that when it is young white men, the judge seems to see that these children have a future. They don't see our children as their children, and they don't see our children as a future, that they have a future. So it's exhausting. It is exhausting. It is exhausting being a Black mom who continually worries about my oldest son is 32 years old. You never stop worrying about that. You never stop worrying about it. And so it circles back to another thing that we're always talking about, and that's voting. That is voting. So for those of you who say both sides are the same,
they're not.
Maybe you see it. Maybe you see that both sides are the same. And so by you staying at home, you are complicit in these judges that continue to be able to be on the bench, who get to hang out with the prosecutor, who get to hang out with the
judge.
Well, I'm talking about the judge.
Oh, I thought, yeah.
The judge, the prosecutor, the father of the bully. Because we're gonna call a thing. That the prosecutor, both the prosecutor and the judge there was all elected positions. And so when you opt to not get involved, you're complicit. You're complicit in the modern day lynching of our children. And I have zero respect for you. Zero. So we have an election coming up. It is in November. Now is the time to figure out here in North Carolina. The ballot is already set. We already know who it's going to be. But there are primaries every Tuesday. Every Tuesday, somebody's having an election. Some state is having an election. So whatever state you live in, it is now time to find out who the people on the ballot are and find out how you're going to vote or how you're not going to vote and how you will continue to be complicit in this show.
Yeah.
And people who keep saying we want to save democracy.
Yeah. Conversation needs to be had. Have we ever really had one?
Yeah. And I feel like those people are equating democracy with equality, with power, patriotism. I think those things mean something different because we absolutely had a democracy when Black people were still considered 3/5 of a person and still considered property. White landowners were still going to vote.
Yeah, we don't want that democracy.
That was still a democracy. So there's some words that I have an affinity to. That's one. But yeah, so when we're talking about these things, I am always going to say it's about race, and you can call me what you want to call me.
Clearly.
But check the history. Check our history.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is about race. Everything. There's no way that we can get away from it when the foundation of this country is racism. Mm-hmm. And this is a new generation. Somebody burning crosses yesterday in Chicago.
Yeah, what's that about? Race? Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? So we can sit around and we can wish that things will get better and we can want to hold hands and sing kumbaya. But there are people out there who are teaching their children hate. And this is why we are teaching our children, protect yourself. And so for people who say, why did he have a knife at a high school function? My question is, why did he have to pull it out?
Yeah, why did he have to use it?
Why did he have to use it? Leave people alone. Keep your hands to yourself. If you're not teaching your children to keep their hands to themselves, you should be. Teach your children that they don't get to police other people's bodies. That they are not the warriors. Because they got some deer antlers hanging in their house.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get to hunt other people.
They're not the protectors.
Anywho, I am going on a tangent. And I meant every word. I meant every word. So that's why I am. My heart breaks for Carmelo Anthony's parents.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel bad that there is another person who is no longer here, but that family gets to mourn their dead, and we continue to have to protect our children. It doesn't change. So that's why I am. And so when you're on these Facebook sites and people are saying it's not, again, especially Black people, this is not about race. First of all, let's see if they are content creators. And if you engage with them, they might get a nickel. So maybe everything is not really what people think, but it is there to generate income.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a hustle is a hustle, but I'm not selling out my people for no hustle. So just be mindful when you're engaging, because every click, every like, every comment is money. So regardless of what foolish thing they're saying, you don't have to engage. And so I choose not to.
Mm-hmm.
Legally lynched is what I've heard. Yes.
Yeah.
And this is what we're talking about. And again, it goes back to voting. Again, everything is racial. So if we talk about the 60s when the sheriff, the judge, the prosecutor were all Klan members in the same chapter, it was votes that got them in there, and it's votes that can get them out.
Mm-hmm.
So again, at this point in my life, zero respect for people who refuse to do the absolute minimum of going to cast a vote.
Yeah, that's the least you can do.
That is the least you can
That's
do.
your reasonable
Now,
service.
you might not show up in front of your senator's office. You might not do that.
You've done that.
You might not do that. The least you can do is go twice a year. Vote in your primary, vote in the general. That's number 10 on the list of things you could be doing.
Of the least things you can do.
Of the least things that you could be doing. What organizations are you a part of? What unions do you belong to? Where are you lending your hands to leave this place better than what we found it?
Mm-hmm.
Let me take a breath.
Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath.
I am so sick. And like I said, it is exhausting. But what we do know, what I know, is that the mere fact that I am even here speaks volumes for resiliency.
Mm-hmm.
It speaks volumes for the ancestors that I come from, whose shoulders I continue to stand on. And I refuse to leave this place raggedy for my grandchildren.
Without at least trying to fix it up.
Without at least doing something. Everybody can do something. We're not all going to do the same things. We're not. But everybody can do something.
Yeah. And you know, for those who, again, voting don't matter, don't make a difference. You know, there's a few states that are proving that myth to be wrong. Virginia's one of them. Maryland is one of them. Trying to think if there's another. That
California right now.
Yeah, California, and kind of really on a regular. But when people get put into office that care about community and care about people, you might even say a little bit of New York. I know there's some controversy with Mr. Mamdani, but again, when people care about community and care about people, there's differences. There has been only in Maryland, there has been only 6. The last 2 months, I think the homicides were they were single digits. And in the past, they had been in the 30s.
Especially in Maryland, I think their mayor of Baltimore.
Yeah, but so the governor and the mayor, when you put people in places, this is not a one-time fix.
No,
this is a journey. It's a movement.
As a matter of fact, I think the Baltimore mayor is the only mayor in a couple decades that has ever had a second term.
Yeah. But again, when you put people in positions, again, that care and that can make change, look at Virginia, how they're helping communities and helping. So it does make a difference when you can get out and when you can put the right people in those right spaces. And again, it's not going to be fixed overnight, but the least we can do is try to help those people get to where they're going.
Internet says it is very exhausting. It is. But I want to encourage us. Us, Internet, because part of the plan is to wear us down.
Oh, yeah.
And to beat us down. And the fact that they've not been able to do that in 400 years drives them mad. That is what literally keeps them up at night. the fact that we are able to continue to keep moving, to keep going, even after generations of them trying to destroy the family, and we refuse to just bow down and be victims. Nobody's thinking about victimhood. We are saying that it is exhausting to try to make this country be what they said that they were going to be.
Yep.
That's all we want.
And they pick off a few every now and then. They get a few. They get a few Clarences. They get a few Timothys.
Again, these people who think that proximity to whiteness is going to save them. Ask Stephen A.
Yeah. Ooh, good one. Yes.
Ask Stephen.
Yes. Yeah. While you caping for this man and saying, you celebrating and,
they always see you as what they see you.
Maybe even getting your bag and getting what you get, and all of a sudden you low IQ. You low IQ like everybody else.
By a man with 0 IQ.
I heard that.
He done called you low IQ.
And he has no IQ.
With no IQ.
But hey.
He's somewhere sleeping at a darn basketball game.
Keep giving him a prop though.
But hey, y'all keep shucking and jiving.
Yeah. Yeah.
And clearly it has worked out for Clarence. If you want to say that. Clearly it has worked out for
Timothy.
We're going to see how it worked out for Byron. I think he did at least get the endorsement.
Who?
Byron Donald.
That's all they get.
But sometimes he don't even do that. They don't give him nothing.
Oh,
what did Timothy get? He ain't got no position in the cabinet.
He got a wife.
He got nothing.
He got a wife.
Anywho, but we keep chugging along to that.
They'll show up. Yeah,
that is our superpower.
Yeah, and that's why every now and then, you have to pull back, sit back, take some time, regroup, refresh, re-strengthen, revive, and come back. And that's why we have to look out for one another and check on people. And when people do pull back a little bit, it's okay. You don't criticize them. Make sure they're okay. Give them what they need and help them get back in the game. That's how we continue to make those changes and how we continue to be resilient through that. But yes. So speaking of Mr. Stephen A., there's some playoffs going on. And those
I got roped in. I don't care nothing about the NBA.
Me neither. I do. So
the last night was a good game.
It was. And so I do like Victor Wembanyama.
I don't know him, but what I've seen, he's 22 years old. Yeah. When I saw that lady interview him the other day, and she wasn't even in the frame. And Cardi B said he looks like a giraffe. Cardi B said I've never seen somebody so tall. He looks like a giraffe.
Yeah. I just like him.
But other than that, I don't know nothing about him. I've only seen him 5 times in these games. So I don't know anything about Victor Wembanyama. How do you say his name?
Yeah.
Wembanyama.
First of all, he's got a cool name. And it's amazing how.
Oh, and I do want to say the people love to keep calling him French.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Okay, go ahead.
That's what I was getting ready to say. The media, every time they talk about France, this and that.
He might speak a little French,
but he Congolese.
Daddy from the Congo.
Yeah, so they don't.
That's Africa.
Yeah, but once they
and that's black.
Yeah, once they put that tag on him, he will not be a media favorite any longer.
Here in America, I don't know if anybody else thought he was anything other than that. I didn't.
No.
I didn't. Again, I don't know nothing about him. I've seen him 5 times. I know he's tall and black.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 things I know.
Mm-hmm. But I think I've watched 2 games all year, or a game and a half, and that was the last 2. So playoffs are always kind of better than regular games, but these have been a little exciting. It was disappointing that they gave up 29-point lead last night.
And I'm just seeing William Ball's they say Wayne is white.
He's shot.
Yeah. He is, but he identifies as a
Yeah. Someone asked me, was I albino one time? Well, they asked her, was I albino? They did. They couldn't figure it out. They was like, is he albino? What is he?
Yeah, because white people not albinos. Like, if you were albino, does that make you black?
I don't know, but he should tell me he's human. First of all, let's get that category. That's where we need to see everybody first before we identify them any other way. Can we say,
especially people that I don't even rock with people like that.
They're
like,
human.
You don't found a way to call me to ask me that. We're friends.
And I'm trying to think, how did that stay in your head? I mean, were you like sitting around one day and saying,
and then we didn't hear no more from him? It's like, oh well, he white, I'm out.
I'm gone.
Nothing else from him.
I ain't mad at him for that. No, you know.
I heard nothing else from him.
I'm mad at him for that.
People are weird.
Yes. So
this is why I am an introvert.
Yeah.
People get on my nerves.
Mm-hmm. And so in other sports news, and why is everything always about race news? The football, FUTBOL, football.
Americans know it as
World Cup.
Soccer.
Yeah. Y'all know it as soccer. The World Cup has made its way to this land, to the States, this year. And I didn't realize that soccer was the largest sport in the entire world. It's the biggest of all.
Because you are like most Americans, you think you in America, and you probably think it's an American sport that's the biggest of all time. But we only 5% of the population.
Oh, I didn't have a one that I thought was. I just didn't.
If you didn't think soccer was, then you had to have one that you thought was.
I knew it won't nothing from here.
I thought it was football.
Our football?
Yeah.
I would have known.
Or basketball. Because I was gonna say football has World League too, but basketball you play everywhere.
I actually was thinking basketball, but just because they have so many overseas leagues, everywhere. So, but anyway, it seems, since why does it have to be about race, that some of the football players are having challenges getting into the country, and these are players from European countries. So they have people that look like me on the team from these European countries, and they have people that look like you on these teams from these European countries.
I wonder who's getting harassed. People who look like you?
We don't seem to have that problem much. They just seem to kind of let us walk free, walk around, do what we want to do. Don't seem to bother us. Don't question us. Yeah. Do what you want to do. Give us benefit of the doubt.
Privilege.
Yes.
That normally pisses people off.
Yeah. But hey, when you got it, you got it. Just know that you have it. Don't use it. Don't weaponize it. But just know you have it. And use it to do some good. But yes, in that news, with this racist administration, there are literally people that are having difficulty staying in the country because of that. So why does it have to be about race? Why is it always about
race? Because
it is. Because it is. And they continue to prove it.
The little girl across the street. Because it is.
When she was little. Yes. But yeah, so and for those who may be hockey fans, you're a hockey fan?
No.
And I guess the only reason we know about it is because one of the teams in Raleigh are playing, and it's all on the news. So playoffs, if you like sports, there it is. If you like hockey, I don't too much care for hockey. That's the only sport where it is predominantly, it's 99.9% melanemic.
White.
And
interpretation white.
Yeah. And it's the only sport that they can fight. They're not thugs. They can drop the gloves. They can, they may have to go sit down for a
minute. And I mean slug it out.
Yeah, they don't get kicked out of games. They don't get fined.
They be proud to show them empty spaces in their mouth.
They don't get called thugs. They don't get called, all of the names. They don't get called none of that. They don't get suspended.
They don't get fined.
Suspended none. They go sit on a little bench for 2 minutes and come right back in the game. Do it all season. And they're really kind of, highlighted for being tough and passionate about the game. So there's that.
Passionate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came to me, passionate about the game. Yes. So, but yeah, there's that. That's kind of what's happening. Oh, and in the other news in the sports world, if you care,
I probably don't. But
the North Carolina Tar Heels have made it to the College World Series. If you,
go Heels.
if you care, I mean, again,
go Heels.
It just flashed across my
Those
phone.
are my people. Kind of.
I mean,
but not really.
Yes, love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
Again.
But yeah, you said they made it to the World Series, the College World Series?
College World Series, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe they'll, maybe they'll do something. Basketball team couldn't get it done, so maybe the baseball team pick it up.
Well, we fired our coach, so we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
See what happens in the bubble.
What Post Malone does.
Who's Post Malone?
I mean, the coach's last name is Malone.
Oh.
I don't know his friend. It's not Carl Malone. His name was Malone.
It
ain't Post neither, but he looks more like Post Malone than he does Carl Malone.
Okay.
So that's why I called him Post Malone.
He probably act like Carl Malone, though.
It probably does. It probably does. So that's all the sports news we're going to share this week.
Great.
No more. That's probably the first time we ever talked about sports this much.
I mean, I guess you can say
it's
a lot
happening.
going on.
It's happening. It's happening.
Jordan and Justin playing in a rec league.
That's sports.
I went to support their team last night.
Yeah. That's
I got a question. What generation did the young people just lose our respect for the elders? Like, they say anything.
They got no goof.
Like, I am almost 60 years old, and not that I cuss. I do not cuss. I will not cuss in front of my mama. And I'm almost 60.
The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed by guests on At the Helm podcast belong thoughts and opinions expressed by the host of At the Helm podcast.
This is our disclaimer. That's how I don't cuss. Anyway.
I don't cuss a lot.
I'm almost 60 years old, and I don't make it a habit to cuss in front of old people. Like my mama, my aunt, one not to be mentioned, who,
trying to do better.
That's all I'm saying about that. But
her sister's on
I was so disgusted. Like, what is happening to these young people? And of course, it's not all of them. I mean, there are some who were still respectful. Hey, Miss Kelly, come over, give me a hug or whatever. But there are these others, like, they say anything. Like, it was so cringy. It was so cringy. Like, I'm probably not going back because they can have that space. They can have it. But yeah, which generation? What generation was it? It won't mine.
No.
And I was gonna say that won't my kids, but there's one that I think he stopped somewhere along the millennial Gen Z.
Maybe he paused to fall back a generation. I don't know.
But I mean, it's not something that is just typical.
Yeah. I mean,
like some kids.
Yeah.
Not
it ain't that. Yeah. But and so while we're kind of on that, and again, I'm not condoning cussing and being disrespectful and being those things. But at the same time, I struggle with how other people look at that generation as less than, no good, sentence them to 35 years. That's that mentality from white supremacy that labels.
That's and this is my struggle. I don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it. But white people was lynching black people in suits and they army uniforms. So we're not gonna play respectability politics with them.
That's one, yeah.
But I wish that they would not do that. But I'm not gonna say I wish you wouldn't do it because white people is here. No, I wish you wouldn't do it because I'm here.
Yeah.
Like, clean your mouth up.
Yeah.
Stop saying stuff.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So it's a thin line between all of that. Thin line.
She hasn't been in here
yet.
That's our weekly visitor, Riley, who will come and make a cameo appearance.
Yes.
But she's gone.
I do want to shout out Dr. LaShonda Lucas and the Black Mental Health Movement, Black Mental Health Conference. Is it called the conference or called the movement?
So the conference is the big thing. Like every beginning of every year, there is a Black Mental Health Conference.
Yes. For her.
So that's the culmination of the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
But throughout the year, it is a Black mental health movement because we're moving into all these places. Like we did the Black maternal health, and then we did the men's mental health. You did pretty good on that too.
So so that's why I wanted to shout out the Black mental health movement and allow me to be part of the panel.
We still haven't figured out why. On the inside of the house. Dr. Lucas can do what she want to do. Dr. Lucas do no wrong.
And Dr. Lucas told me, don't pay no attention to y'all neither. And don't let y'all
when the saxophones are getting louder.
Yeah, don't let y'all stifle me.
But I do feel like that you had a perspective that you could share with the people when it comes to religion and mental health and how people need to stop saying just pray about it. Because don't just pray about it.
Yeah.
You can pray about it. But then go find you a therapist.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
Let's do both.
Yeah.
Let's do both.
But it was good to be there. I was super intimidated.
Were you?
Yeah. I just felt like they were like professionals. And
you're a professional?
I know, but it's just, that's how I felt. I just kind of.
Your feelings are valid.
Yeah. And they didn't make me feel like that.
I learned that in Black mental health.
Yeah. They didn't like make me feel like that. That was my own insecurities at that moment.
I think they call that imposter syndrome, where you feel like you don't deserve to be in a space.
Yeah.
We're going to shake that off.
Yeah. But I was, I'm held my own, I held down. I'm glad to be there.
Yeah.
And hopefully get another opportunity, but it was good. But yeah, I think we need more of that especially in this religious nationalist movement again, who, that we continue to fight with. And it's been, and it's kind of made me think too, searching for a couch to lay on and sit on the last month, it's been challenging to find someone because, there's a few things that I'm looking for in that person. And one of them is, I want them to know Jesus, but I don't want them to think, I want them to understand that sometimes people don't understand Jesus, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't criticize people because they don't understand. And sometimes they have to question Jesus and what he said and God, what he said. And that's okay. We don't tell people they're not saved because they just say, oh, well, and we love to, and I believe we'll understand it better by and by, but that don't mean that you don't just blatantly, unknowingly, blindly move about without having conversations and questions. And so I need someone to be in that space to where we understand the power of God. We know it, but sometimes we may not understand it, and that's okay. And it's not like you said, you just can't say pray about it. Oh, just believe it and just check that off as pray about it and don't never worry about it again. No, it worries me every day, keeps me up, stresses me out, and I need to talk about it. So,
and that doesn't make you weak.
Yeah, it doesn't,
and it don't make your faith in God.
Yes,
no less. You don't need but a mustard seed anyway. Yeah. So
I think it makes
make it less than that.
I think it makes your faith stronger. Really. Yeah. It makes you more of a whole person. And we talked about that last night, Bob said, being holistic, where we're not just concerned about your spirituality, that concerned about your mental well-being and
go back to Joe's
emotional well-being.
They would call that gentle parenting. I think she's talking about those kids at the gym.
Oh yeah. Now, Joe, if you want to talk to one grandchild about gentle parenting, I will. They've got some stories that I don't.
What are you talking about?
They got some stories that ain't gentle.
You know what? It's funny because the grandchildren,
they have. The
grandchildren be gentle parenting.
Yeah, they have.
But when you get on my nerves, years.
Yeah.
Hey, things pop off.
Yeah. Don't push the gentleness.
Now, and if you're a grandchild or if you're a grown person, you get ample opportunity to change course. Because I'm going to tell you, tread lightly.
That's right.
I'm going to tell you now, if you're a kid or you're a grown person, if you're a kid, let's get control of your emotions. If you're a grown person, don't play in my face. When I say don't play in my face, somebody's gonna pop off. I'm just saying. Sometimes we don't always remember things the same way. That's the funny thing about kids.
Yeah,
that's the funny thing about kids.
Yeah.
Kids be remember stuff. Like, who did the who said that? Who said that? And then they show you a video. Like, this is that new age. This is that new age parent. It was like,
yep.
I don't remember it different because I got it on video. You want to see it? And you look at it, you're like, what?
That was not me.
Girl, that was 12 months ago. I done changed.
I have changed.
I have changed my ways.
New person.
I have changed my ways. Like, who did that? All right.
We haven't talked about why does it all have to be about race, have we?
Because it is.
Oh, because it is.
That's the short answer.
Oh, because it is. Why does it always have to be about race? Because it is.
This place where we live that was stolen from the Indians.
Yes.
Stolen from the indigenous people.
Yes. Oh, so I saw.
We start out with race. At the foundation is race.
Yes. Yeah. And y'all created it.
It's gonna be the foundation. That's what it is.
Yeah, y'all created.
Now we can do better. We can do better. We can continue to do better. But yeah, everything is gonna be about race.
Yes.
With the foundation is race.
And the leadership of this country is about.
And they don't even care they don't even care. They telling you now.
Yeah.
They telling you now. Can't nobody come to this country but white Afrikaners from South Africa.
6,000 of them.
Everybody else can't. Nobody else can come. If you come from a brown country, you can't come here. That sounds like race.
So you check the box off. You're white in complexion and you're racist. You're welcome here. That's how you get. That's how you get.
Oh, I know what you wanted to talk about. When we was talking about religion and whiteness. These Southern Baptists.
Oh yeah, they cutting up. They cutting up. And yeah.
But these people, these white women, continue to go to these polls and continue to vote against their own interests.
So I was leaving this morning.
That's what's a mental illness. Racism is a mental illness. Racism is a mental illness. And people who continue to vote against themselves, like what?
They will.
Like y'all weird.
They will. They will. They would. You know, I mean, you know, there's that saying that Lyndon Johnson said that if you can convince, you know, the lowest white person they better than the best black person, they'll never know when they pick in your pocket. He said if you
that
give them
picking their pocket.
Yeah, picking their pocket. If you give them somebody to look down upon, they'll empty their pockets for you.
Yeah, and that's like here in North Carolina, where we only have charter schools in 10 counties. And we keep voting to give charter schools all the money from the public schools. Like, why? 90% of the counties in North Carolina do not have one private school in the whole county. But they keep voting for these people who keep giving money to these charter schools that are in 10% of the counties in North Carolina. Foolish. Mental illness. It's crazy. But we didn't ever say why they was cutting up.
Okay, so and it was a little, and I don't know why you're shocked. I don't know why I'm shocked, but it was just So I was leaving, and this ticker runs across the bottom of the screen. You know, if you're white being talking on the TV, and this little ticker runs across the bottom of the screen that says, Southern Baptist Conference have ban on churches with women pastors. I was like, what? This is like 2026. I thought they quit doing that. I mean, I knew they were still doing it, but I thought publicly they quit doing it, you know.
Or saying it.
Yeah, saying it out loud. Like, 10, 20 years ago. They still do it. Don't let them come, don't do it. Don't treat them right. But now it's like, what? We're going to come out and we're going to have it. They had the Southern Baptist Conference in 2026. And they have put a ban on women. That's freaking hilarious to me.
And women will continue to go there.
Yeah.
To those churches.
And they will promote
where they don't see them as equals. And they love it.
Yeah. And they'll vote for a president.
They want to submit
the same way. They did in mass numbers in 2024. They did. But yes, so in that news, I don't know a lot of those women. I know a lot of women preachers, and most of them are amazing. So I'm not sure that brand of women who will sit at the feet of someone that can tell them they're less than, and they're like, "Gotcha, I got it.
All right, bud.
I'll just sit here and be quiet and let you tell me everything."
Because Paul wrote the letter. That's what Paul said.
Yeah. Tell me when I can speak, when I should move. I got you.
I'm just gonna go to the house with these bare feet and this big belly.
Yep.
Whip up dinner.
And
whip up some vittles.
Yeah. And not only will I do it here, I'm gonna go to my neighborhood, tell all them women the same thing. And I'm gonna tell every woman I know. Hey, you like it, I love it. But
right.
Get
but
free.
I bet you one thing. I bet they vote.
They do.
I bet they vote.
Oh, they do.
I bet they vote.
They do.
Okay. Now.
Yeah. And this is this is not just.
Oh, actually, I think they said one of them. I think they interviewed a woman that said she don't think women should vote. But you're gonna find one. You're gonna find one in the crowd. You're gonna find one in the crowd. Like, I can't even figure out why she was even there. Why you not at home? Why you ain't at home with the babies? You out here at this convention giving interviews talking about you don't think women ought to be able to vote. Go home.
And so when I was like leaving and I was pulling out the neighborhood, there was a few churches, few pastors, few preachers that I would kind of want to sit on the front row and have some man tell them that they're not worthy, or and I didn't get into all of because there is no reason. I mean, it's just misogyny. Is what it is. And patriarchal, again, white supremacy.
Which is what most of the Bible is, but that's a story for another day.
It's a story for another day. Yes. But yeah, I would love to, for them to say that to a few of the
especially
pastors
the feminists. What is the womanist Black liberation preachers?
Oh yeah. They would. Woo,
please video it.
They would. Yeah, they'd be scared to say that.
Please video it.
But hey, find people you can manipulate and tell what to do and control and be over and do all those things. But yes.
And religion is the perfect place.
That is the perfect place.
To be a religious manipulator.
And
but again, I guess you need to write these down, all these stories for another day. You need to write them down.
Yeah.
Write all these stories for another day down.
But unfortunately, this is just not the Southern Baptists that are doing this. This is some other predominant denominations that you wouldn't think of. There's a lot of Pentecostal denominations.
Like Koji.
Yeah,
Like the people who reclaim the rainbow for Jesus.
The Pentecostals.
The flag, the rainbow flag.
Yeah, several of them.
I wonder what else they go. What else did they go that hard for? They go that hard against the LGBTQ. What else do they go that hard for?
I don't know, but I
would love to know.
I could only,
because I only see, of course, I'm only privy to what goes viral.
Yeah, and it's
I would
all of
love
that.
to know what else they go that hard for.
Because I'm thinking that they went that hard for making sure that the unhoused community was taken care of. If they went that hard to make sure all kids' school lunch was free, if they went that hard to make sure living wages was, if they went that hard for,
there's a
for
board of
those
election.
things.
There's a board of election meeting tomorrow. It should be packed out. They go that hard for voting rights.
Bring they rainbow flags and show up at the board of election and tell them make sure
the people who
y'all,
look claim this rainbow for Jesus
yeah,
got access to the ballot.
Yes. Yeah. If they would just go that hard.
The foolishness of preaching. It's in the book.
It's in the book. The foolishness of preaching.
It's in the book.
Okay, you have drove this boat past our destination tonight.
Okay.
You're normally the one that's looking
I
out.
did go. I went on a little bit of a tangent, but I had a lot on my mind, on my head.
I mean, good. I enjoyed the ride. Sometimes you got to circle,
And so my disembarkation is just continue to take care of yourself. Find something that brings you joy, because joy is resistance. My daughter yesterday was asking me when I was going to learn how to cook. When was I going to cook? And my girl,
when you going to learn how to cook?
Yeah, she's like, when you going to? No, she said, when you going to start? When you going to start cooking?
Probably when I'm seeing.
Why would I start cooking? And she's like, it's so relaxing. And I was like, probably for people who like it. Probably people who like cooking.
Yeah,
it's relaxing. But what I'm getting ready to do? Go sit out here on this swing and read a little bit, because that brings me joy. Right? That was yesterday.
Oh. But I mean, that's what makes you relax.
Find what brings you joy. If it's cooking, if it's golfing, if it is doing absolutely nothing, find that and give yourself some peace. Center you. It's all about me right now. I heard that Sunday. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Find some time where it's just about you. Take a few minutes. Concentrate on your breathing. Find joy. Yeah. Because joy in this chaos is resistance. And we have always been a part of the resistance. Do it in joy.
Shout out to what was that place we went that celebrated, that had a fundraiser for autism? They had a fashion show.
The Haven Farm?
Yeah, the fashion show was amazing, and the whole vibe there, lifting up. So I don't want to say celebrating, recognizing and raising funds for, and I guess you can say autism. I mean, I thought it was great. So my disembarkation. So I heard Dr. Daniel Black say the other week when they were talking about forgiveness. And he said, forgiveness is really for you forgiving yourself, for even having to get even upset or unnerved when somebody treated you bad, because you kind of got caught up and thought that they wouldn't do that or couldn't do that. So the forgiveness is really you forgetting, letting your emotions get carried away.
It's you mourning who you thought they were.
Yeah.
Or who you expected them to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I kind of had one of those moments yesterday. A couple of things happened, and just kind of frustration kept mounting. I was like, I mean, really, this is my fault. Because really, I have set expectations to where they're really way too high. And I'm telling you, they're on the floor. But the expectations that people would even just act like maybe they have common sense. So really, I kind of put myself in that position, because no expectation, no disappointments. If I don't expect no better from you, then I'm not even going to get frustrated. I'm going to be like, that's what I figured was going to take place. That's what I figured was going to happen.
Not shocked
at all. And so along that lines is Dr. Black, again, he's a genius. When he was holding people accountable, he said, really, the only way you can hold people accountable is when you believe they have the ability inside of them to do better. And so why would you hold somebody accountable when they don't even have what it takes to be accountable and to do better? So holding someone accountable is when you see something inside of them that is in there. That's when so it's kind of accountability is not a negative connotation. It is a support method, kind of what he was saying.
Yeah, that's good.
So on that note, yeah, just remember, everything, what you're doing, your community, everybody that's around, things that are happening. And even though we want better and we continue to want better and we want to see better and we know that things can be better and people should do better, don't allow when people don't act better to destroy that hope that you have that it can get better. So it's kind of that, don't get to the point where you want to quit. Trinette, when she said it is
it's exhausting.
It's exhausting. Yeah. So, acknowledge that and pull back enough and realize it's exhausting.
Find your joy.
Find your joy and kind of, and I'm not saying don't have hope for people, because if we lose that, then we think that we've lost our hope when we think other people can't change.
Yeah.
But at the same time, keep a level playing field and don't get too caught up to where you fool your own self, put yourself in a position to where people have, let you down. And you're like, wow. Because there's a saying
that our time is up.
Don't be shocked. Come back next week and we'll finish. dot. Never be shocked.
Keep them expectations low, baby.
Yep. So thanks everyone for the little extra ride. Sorry we didn't ride you around to feed you another night or give you another night stay. We just circled the block one time, but now it's time to go. But join us in 2 weeks for another voyage with At the Helm with Kelli and Wayne.
Darlene says she liked what you just said, Wayne.
Oh, bless your heart for hanging on to the end.
Yes.
God gonna bless you real good.
Thank you, Darlene. We'll see ya.